Hello and welcome to Callisto's Live YouTube channel. Before we get started, the link for my free Telegram will be down below. We've currently got 32 people in here, and I've posted 2 trades. I've posted quite a few trades this week, but none of them ended up playing out. Sorry, a few of them didn't end up playing out, as in terms of me having a buy or sell stop and then it not getting triggered. So I delete the buy sell stops. I do that quite often, as you'll see. So we had one yesterday. We had one on Euro USD. Right, sell stops in place. If this 15-minute doesn't trigger sell stops, I will delete them, and then you can see here deleting sell stops. Right, but obviously I mentioned the ECB interest rate decision, high impact Euro news coming up, right, as a factor for also that. But you can see it come close to triggering it right here, but then it didn't come all the way down and trigger it. So I deleted sell stops there. So that will happen a few times. But we've had these gold buys right here, which was a 47 pips total profit. And then yesterday we had GJ sells right here and ended up hitting 30 pip total profit. I took full around about 20, I think it was like 22 pips, something like that. As this new 1 hour candle was opening, but it was a beautiful trade, no drawdown, straight into profit. And it's the same with gold as well. So definitely go ahead and join that. The link will be down below. But yeah, that was the trade yesterday. So we'll just review that real quick. So it was right here on GJ, right? So if I bring this up, you can see Bank of England interest rate decision, right? We had high impact news coming into the market shortly after I took this trade, right? And I obviously took that into consideration, and I obviously knew that would bring volume potentially into the market. But I also knew that this could happen, right? Big spike up and then drive down, potentially stopping out us in our trade. So this was the 1 hour candle that I like the look of, right? Because we had this move down, right? And then we pulled back, we created a pullback here, pullback, and then price created a resistance here, right? This was late New York session, early Asian session right here. And then we had 2 taps pre-London, and then London tapped into that level one more time. And then we looked as if we were going to continue this move to the downside, right? So, move down, pull back, basic stuff, right? High, low, lower highs to create lower lows, basic stuff, right? But the hard part is figuring out when you're going to get into the market during that move, right? So I know that obviously this is pound yen, right? GBP JPY, British pound, Japanese yen. I know that this is the strongest during London session, right? Because it is pound, and pound is, the UK's currency. So you know that the pound is going to have the most volume during this session right here. Between these couple hours before London Open and a couple hours after London Open, right, is when you can expect, in my experience, the most volume. So I like the look of this candle right here, right? Price pushed up at London Open, grabbed that liquidity, grabbed some volume, and then price just straight reverse down with a lot of volume here. And you can see on the 15-minute, right, the tap in, and then price just turned bearish, drove down with a lot of volume here, right? And all these 2 candles, beautiful bearish volume candles. And then we just had the one bullish candle pullback, and then again straight away a strong bearish close right here on the 15-minute, right? So my entries were right here, right? As this 15-minute candle started breaking the lows here. So my entry was here, and I think I had, what did I have? 20 pip stops. I think I had 20 pip stops. Yeah, 20 pip stops. No, it was just above that. I think it was around about 22 pips, just above this previous 15-minute candle high right here. And then I went for 30 pip take profit, right? Right here. But I closed full position as this 15-minute candle closed here. So it was around about, let's have a look. Yeah, it was around about 22 pips, right? I took profits. Because this candle right here was a new 1 hour candle open, and obviously we can expect for 1 hour candle opens that the price will potentially drive up, and the previous 1 hour high is up here, right? So price could drive all the way up here, to make a 1 hour top wick and not break that previous 1 hour high and still be valid in a downtrend, right? So we don't want to be stuck in anything like that. We want to, you know, look at taking profits, maybe take 75% off, right? And then move your stops to break even and see what happens, which is something I'm looking into doing into the future. And then we would have hit that full take profit right there. So that was the trade. Basically me just anticipating the volume, following market structure, following the price action, following volume and momentum and volatility right to the downside, and then just looking to see where I can get in on that, reading the candles on the 15-minute, reading the momentum on the 15-minute, right? You can see here, clear momentum to the downside here, right? Tap into that level, clear rejection of this 15-minute, and then we just turn bearish and look at the momentum in these 15-minute candles here. And this is what we want to see, a pullback. But then after that pullback, what do we want to see? A continued momentum, right? If I saw another bullish candle in here pulling back up, I would no longer be looking at entering in this scenario right here. But the fact that it drove down, strong bearish, right, with a lot of volume, and then pull back and then continued bearish. And look how strong this 15-minute candle closes right here, right? This one right here closes very strong, hardly any bottom wick right there. So what we wait for is a top wick to be formed on the 15, and then we enter our sell stops, right? We put our sell stops in, and then we look for that momentum to continue, right? And it did exactly that. And then obviously we was out of this trade before Bank of England interest rate decision, right? And obviously we had the big wick up, but then continuation down. So yeah, that was the trade. Beautiful trade on GJ. Played out perfectly, like I said, zero drawdown. And this is just, you know, the basics of trading, really. Like, this is just following the absolute minimum and basics in terms of trading, which everyone should understand, right? Momentum, price action, and time, like anticipating the volume for each session, right? And when that volume is going to come in, and reading the chart will tell you every single time when that volume is going to come in. You just have to know how to read it, right? And that comes with experience, and it comes with it takes time, but if you have the right guidance, you know, and if you can analyze what I'm doing when I'm trading and how I'm anticipating that volume to come into the market, and how I'm reading the chart to see how it's setting up to then move with volume in either direction, then, you know, you could learn something from that. So that's why I'm doing this and Telegram channel. And it's basically just for me to, you know, journal all my trades so I can look back on them as well, see if I made any mistakes, seeing what setup works the best, you know, during what times, things like that. So yeah, definitely go ahead and check that out if you want to. But yeah, simple trade here on GJ. Like I said, just very simple: trend, momentum, volume, price action, and then timing is crucial, right? Crucial. And like I said, pound is the most powerful and has the most volume, obviously, during pre-London, London Open, and then I would say a couple hours into London is when I like to trade pound yen. And around about as it starts coming into New York Open, I'll stop trading this pair. I used to trade this pair right the way through, like New York, London, New York, but now I stick to, you know, kind of like this area right here is where I stick to. This is my perfect. Let me go like this, right? This zone right here, from 16 to 21, right? So 4 p.m. for me to 9 p.m. for me. This is Australian Eastern Standard Time. So the best setups for me happen within this range right here, usually, right? If we go back, we can see again from here, right, to here. So 1 hour or a couple hours, I think. Yeah, so yeah, so there, right? So this is the kill zone for me. This is where I look for my trades, and you can see right here, boom, volume down, volume up, right? If we go back to that, you know, look at this momentum here, right? And we can try to get a trade in here somewhere, right? With this momentum to the downside. If we go back, and obviously it doesn't always play out that way. As you can see right here, you can see it's ranging here. So it doesn't really, you know, do we get any potential moves in here? Not really. The move happens here for New York. So it does sometimes happen that way, but most of the time for pound yen, you will see the move happen, like we said here, right, during this period right here, right? So as you can see, the move up happened here, right? And we can look for trades in here somewhere. So yeah, that is GJ. That was the trade yesterday, and then we can see we had a massive sell-off, but of course this was pound interest rate decision, and we also had a lot of news yesterday on you know, USD as well, FOMC interest rate decision, NFP we got today on USD. So we also had Euro, ECB, Euro Central Bank interest rate decision and press conference as well. So massive news in the markets yesterday across all pairs. So it was good that we were able to get in and out with our trade without, you know, without getting caught out by the news. So yeah, successful day all in all. Let's see what tonight brings. Like I said, we got NFP tonight for USD, massive high impact news event. So, you know, stay vigilant today. You know, you shouldn't really be trading USD pairs going into tonight, I would say. I'm going to stick to GBP JPY and Euro JPY to see if there's any setups there. But yeah, stay away from USD pairs tonight, I would say, unless you're a gambler and you just want to gamble NFP. I know some people out there do that or enjoy doing that, but not for me personally, that's not it. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you guys for watching.